we have to go over Bitcoin because, as you guys can see, Bitcoin is going down right now. It's down 2% in the last 24 hours, but it's still up 16% in the last month. So we're going to talk about this. There's a lot of discussion online about how a lot of people think it's going to dump, and then there are people that think that Bitcoin is going to take off, right? So we're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice, but let's get straight into it, guys. So like I said, we're at 77.3K, down 2% in the last 12 hours. Well, in the last 24 hours, we're down 2%. We're just going to kind of hop straight into things. So we're going to talk about the technicals first here because we are at 77.2K. There has been a lot of people that were thinking that we're going to break past this resistance. And for a little bit, I started to think it might be a possibility. But right now, it's not looking like that. We have gotten rejected at the top of our bear flag here. And as we know, bear flags are bearish signals. So always keep that in mind. So that's also why we are getting rejected here. You know, it's not rocket science. So we're going to see what happens here. Sometimes bear flags can actually break out to the upside, right? They're not 100% always going to break down to the downside. So there is that possibility always. But we do have the 50-day SMA that we're probably going to end up pulling back here and meeting halfway around 73K, 73.6K, somewhere around there. And then we also have up here the 200-day SMA, which is still coming down. So there's always a possibility, you know, we extend this wait a little bit longer and then we try to break out again and then get rejected at the 200-day SMA and then end up breaking down from there. So there's always that possibility as well. And yeah, so I'm going to be looking at that more in the future. But until then, you know, it's all good. But for right now, you know, it's looking a little bit bearish. And then we also have our percent R trend exhaustion. I always talk about this. As you can see, the short-term trend, which is the white line, is now in the overbought territory. It's now going to start pulling back. This blue line right here is the long-term trend. That short-term trend is going to pull back and meet the long-term trend about halfway down. And then from there, either they'll both go up or down from there. But only thing that we have to worry about is this going down right now, because as that goes down, we're going to start seeing the price go down as well. All right. Until we get to that intersection point, we don't need to worry about what happens after it, whether it goes up or down, doesn't matter. We just have to wait for this short-term trend to come down, which is going to bring the price down a little bit. And then once we're around this area here, that's the real decision maker. Are we then going to break out, or are we going to continue the downtrend for our bear market? So that's the main thing that we have to be focused on here. I know people in the comments are always like, hey, your analysis is wrong. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep breaking out. And look, we got all the way up to 79.5K, got rejected, and now we're back to square one, right? So, you know, not everyone has the right answer. Not even me. Nobody can know 100% what's going to happen. All we can do is have a little bit of analysis and see, you know, what's right, what's wrong. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. But as you can see here on the MACD, we are getting some more selling pressure coming in. I reckon we're probably going to get a little bit of selling pressure right there. So the bulls aren't screwed yet. I will say that. We should have a pullback here, and then we should have another push upwards, possibly. So the bulls aren't completely screwed yet. Like if you look over here at the MACD, you can see we're probably going to end up having a little bit more selling pressure here, something like this, and then a continuation upwards, possibly. So we got to see if the bulls are screwed yet. And if the bulls are not screwed yet, we'll see something like this where the MACD pulls back a little bit of selling pressure and then more buying pressure, right? But if they are screwed, then you just see a bunch of selling pressure from the jump, right? And then that will be what continues the downward pressure, right? So that's what we got to look out for on there. And we can look at the 4-hour chart too. On the 4-hour, you can see the percent R trend exhaustion slowly but surely trending down right there. So, you know, just got to wait a little bit longer. But I think the weekly chart right now is an important chart. On the percent R trend exhaustion, we have started to intercept here on the long-term trend, which is the blue line, and then the short-term trend, which is the white line. And you can kind of see it curving right here. And this happens a lot where it'll curve right there and then it'll continue downwards from there. And we've seen that inside of the last bear market, right? We've seen it in the last bear market in 2022. We've seen it cross, intersect, and then continue downwards. So there is the possibility that we could actually be literally preparing for the next pullback right here. I think that is more likely what's happening because this is the 2022 bear market and then this is the beginning of the 2023 bull market. Right here is the whole bear market from October, because the bear market started in October, all the way down to where we are now, which is the end of April. Eventually, by the end of the year, we're going to be entering the bull market by the end of this year and the beginning of next year, right? But sometime by the end of this year, we're gonna be beginning the bull market, and I would reckon maybe around October, August, September, October, somewhere around there. I would say more likely October because that is when we started our bear market. And if you actually come back here, you can look at it. You know, if you don't believe that the bear market started in October, but yeah, the bear market started this first week of October once we printed that double top. Double tops are bearish signals. It's a bearish double top. It happens pretty much every bear market. It'll happen. Happened last time, and then it happened again back here. The famous one, the 2021 top, followed by the end of the 2021 top. We have those double tops there. So we always see these double top signals, right? We always see these double top signals. So that is an important thing to watch. But yeah, anyways, we'll see what's going to happen here. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you think that Bitcoin is just going to start taking off, or do you think Bitcoin is going to continue the downward pressure? So I think we're gonna continue some more downward pressure. But anyways, I could be wrong. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys on the technical topic. Now, let's go over what other people are saying. This person here says, mark my words, Bitcoin will 100% fill the 82K CME gap. Over $10 billion worth of short positions will get liquidated when Bitcoin closes this gap. So he's saying that this person is pretty much saying that they're bullish, right? They're saying, but bulls won't like what comes next. So they're saying, this person's saying that we push this gap right here from 80K to like 82K. And then they're saying what's going to happen there is going to trap the bulls, but it's also going to liquidate the shorts, right? It's going to liquidate all these people that are expecting shorts. And then you're going to think that it's going to keep going. And then that's when it traps the bulls. So they're saying we push up to like 82K, trap the bulls, and liquidate the bears. That's actually pretty smart. And that could be something that the whales are doing. So the institutional investors, they're going to be doing smart stuff like this. So I wouldn't doubt if we very briefly pushed to like 82K and then dumped just so it can get to 82K, liquidate the shorts, and then dump on the bulls. Like literally easy. And I think that could be something that they're doing because, you know, it's diabolical and they're pretty diabolical. So I think that they're probably cooking something like that up, possibly. So we'll see. But then you got people that are pretty bearish, and that person was bearish, but they're saying that that people are going to get trapped. The people that are trying to short now, they're saying that they're going to get trapped. So they're saying wait because it might push a little higher and then liquidate people and then dump on the bulls. So that's what they're saying. But these people are saying that it's just going to be bearish all the way around. This person says, Ted, he says, a whale has opened a $26.6 million Bitcoin short with 12x cross leverage. Liquidation price 89.4K. Okay. So I think that that's a possibility too. And this person says this is how Bitcoin could play out over the next few weeks. Grab liquidity around 81K, like the first person was saying. Trap late longs and then liquidate, you know, the shorts, use them as exit liquidity, and then liquidation flush to 70 to 72K. So yeah, I think that's a possibility too. It's a possibility too. So we've already kind of seen it, and let's actually go back and pull up the 4 hour. So we've already kind of seen it where we very briefly broke out of our bear flag, right? We very briefly broke out of it. We did a double top, which is bearish, as you can see here. Goes once and then twice, boom. And then we look over here, that's a bearish double top. So that's a good signal, and that's why we got this pullback right here. But what we really want to keep an eye out for is breaking past this resistance, this Fibonacci resistance at 79.5K. And if, like I said, if it happens, we might see a big push up to the top where this 200-day SMA is going to meet that. And then that could be that liquidation zone where they're like, okay, we liquidated all the shorts. Now let's trap the longs. Let's trap the bulls and then dump that thing and then use them as exit liquidity. So there's a huge possibility that happens. So if you start seeing this pushing up, and I haven't made a video yet for that day, just know it's probably going to get rejected at about 83K. I have resistance at 83.8K. That's probably where the 200-day SMA is going to be around then. So 83.8K or 85K, somewhere around there. And we also have some support areas down there. So you also got to watch out for that. Support becomes resistance. So that's going to be something that you want to watch out for. But yeah, that's about all I got to say for today. Let me know what you guys think about this. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Check out Avantis 5, best DeFi perps trading platform out there, and you can trade with up to 500x leverage. You can get up to 15% off with your trading fees if you sign up through the link in the description. Right now it's 5% until more people sign up through the link, and then it goes to 15%. So go ahead and check that out. Check out Chart Prime, best automated trading indicators. Link in the description. Try it risk-free, 7 days. But yeah, shout out to you guys. And as always, I'll be back with another video.